there's not many guys in the game that the way Penrith built to that after Katoa didn't take his shot, the way that Penrith built to that moment to set Cleary up for his fairy tale afternoon on his return, that there is a chance to exploit Nathan Cleary defensively while he's still got rust in his game. Because there is rust in his game. And he does look a little bit slighter than before. I actually looked at him on Sunday and thought he was a little bit smaller than what he's been previously. So maybe he's trying to take a little bit less weight into the back end of the season and see where that goes. But if you look at every single Dolphins try, and I challenge Dragons fans to go back and have a look at this. And this is where I think the Dragons have a chance. I'm not going to say it's going to win you the game, but there's a big chance here while Nathan Cleary is still working out his body and getting back into the game defensively. The Dolphins' first try, 30 out, Cleary actually rushed out of the line. The pass beat him, which the Dragons, like I've been saying, have been very good with their passing. So the Dolphins did that, beat Cleary on the outside. Panthers couldn't recover, and I think Hammer scores the first try in the 7th minute. The second try, they shift left, neat little pass inside, changing the angle with Kafusi, which the Dragons, again, are very good at changing those directions. Some big bodies. They got Cleary again. He was actually a step behind the play. Then, because he realises he's a step behind, then he overcommits, and then Katoa scores and beats Laurie to score. Then the third try, Hammer just goes around Cleary. And then try 4, which I think was in the second half, which wasn't necessarily a defensive decision from Cleary. But if you look at the replay of the try, which Bostock scores at the end, if you watch that one, the defensive line isn't talking to each other. They're almost like the Dragons of old, where they're not looking at each other, they're not talking, and they're all eyes up defensively, not worried about who's inside or who's out. They're looking straight up. There's no chat. And Cleary kind of gets caught nowhere, and the ball keeps going. So at the end, because of the pass, because of the defensive line, Cleary's beat on the inside, which forces the Panthers to scrap and scramble as quickly as they can, and the Panthers don't get there again, and Bostock scores. I'm not saying the Dragons need to shift and go at Cleary. They have to earn the right first and match the Panthers through the middle. But the Dolphins went early at Cleary because even in the first 7 minutes on the weekend, the Dolphins, their pack were keen to get stuck in. And they were winning ruck. They were just as quick as Penrith. And they went early. They didn't wait till the try line where Penrith and most clubs feel very comfortable. They went 30-40 back down most of their tries, 20, 30, 40, which gives them more space and gives them more opportunities to create something in front of that defensive line. And I don't think many people were talking about that on the weekend because of what Cleary did to win the game with the field goal. And he's been out a long, long time. We're talking three months.
Yeah.
I think if the Dragons look back on that, I'm sure Shane Flanagan would have watching the game live, would have been making notes. There's an opportunity there for the Dragons to hunt through the middle, but then hit the Panthers really quickly on shift plays, but then bring it back to the middle if you don't get Cleary or you don't get the Penrith Panthers on the edges. So, So I challenge Dragons fans to go back and have a look at that because all 4 Dolphins tries, Cleary was targeted. He was, and he looks a little bit smaller, so it might take a few weeks for him to adjust. And I even wrote an article a couple of weeks ago saying that I was wrong about Cleary. He's a clutch player. He's as good as what everyone's saying he is now because he's understood his role in the NRL. But I think there's a chance for the Dragons to maybe exploit him a little bit and chip away on that side. Who plays on that side? Is it Mariner or Sewer? Because every time I think about those two, I see them popping up all over the place. So
yeah, they alternate sides as well. Because I think the plan was Sewer started the season on the right, and Leilua was going to be on the left. But yeah, they've alternated. But I think it's going to be on Sewer's side.
Yeah. So, look, I think there's a chance there. I think that they need to go there and go there quickly, not build